everybody. Welcome to Movies in the Man Cave, our first ever field trip.
That's right.
We are at the Forum Building, downtown Fargo, and joining us today, we have another guest host for you. This is Tracy Briggs. She is with She Says TV, a fellow Area Voices blog.
Yay.
She wanted to bring us into one of hers. We wanted to bring her into one of ours. So we wanted to get a little female perspective for the very first time on the show.
Oh my gosh,
So, yeah.
really? You've never had a female guest?
No, we have not. You were the very
I feel
first.
very honored by
Yeah,
this.
it's
All
quite
right.
the privilege. So.
I hope I represent my gender well.
We wanted to give Tracy something she might be more familiar with rather than talking Bruce Willis and explosions and something along those lines. So
Well, that's not fair though, because you know what? I've seen Die Hard and The Matrix.
1 through 4?
You know what? They all blend together.
Oh, shit.
They're
Yeah,
all,
see,
they're
and this
all
is why we
loud.
decided to just blend together.
There's explosions
No,
and there's
no.
car chases. And no, I remember
There's
the
the
one.
building one, there's the airport one.
I remember the building one.
Okay.
He got progressively balder with each
Yes,
one,
he
right?
sure did. And those
So this is what I remember.
wife beaters got progressively larger, I guess you could say. So.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about some musical movies, some of our favorites. We're not going to give you a top 5, but maybe our top 1 or 2 and kind of why we like them. Would you like the honor of starting with your first?
You know, when you told me this was the topic, I was thinking, gosh, there's so many great ones. There's classic ones like Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. Never been a huge Sound of Music fan because it's so long.
This is like 3 hours, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you know what? It's just the attention span isn't quite there. But this is a little bit older, but I've always loved Grease. That's a movie I grew up with. I went to it in the theater 10 times, at least 10 times. That was before we had VHS tapes.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'd go off to the theater and I'd spend my $1 or $2 to get into the movie theater. But great songs. John Travolta is a great dancer. Just fun and just a part of pop culture, really.
The songs are good in that one, but I've always had a problem with the message. It's always the girl wants to fit in, so she completely changes who she is to be a bad girl and fit in with the group. And I never really quite thought that was the right message to be sending out to everybody.
I'm glad you said that because it's true. He kind of changes. He puts on the little Letterman sweater and stuff, but she puts on those black leather
the leather
pants.
pants, and it was totally not her.
I always thought that it was going to be like, you know, he becomes the good guy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And like, I thought that was like a totally cool ending, but
It's
then
because
it's
you
just
guys
like,
are from North Dakota and you're nice
That's
guys.
true. That's true. That must be what it is.
Here's something about the pants. Olivia Newton-John's pants. She had to be sewn into those pants. I saw her on Oprah. She was not allowed to take a bathroom break, and she auctioned them off for charity a few years ago because, you know, hello, I think every man in America loves
She
those
wasn't allowed
pants.
to take a bathroom break. I don't know if I would have bought that one. I don't know.
She must have been passing out from dehydration.
Yeah, I
Couldn't drink
imagine.
anything. All right, so yes, Grease. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think that's up there for a lot of people.
Yeah,
popular
that's
ones.
actually up there on my list as well.
Is that one?
That was the one I was going to mention. It was Grease.
Good.
Interesting.
I think it's because my mom was so into it. Like, she always had it there, and like we had the cassette tape and everything. And just, I'm a big music fan, and so all the songs in there are super catchy and everything. So.
Yeah.
My wife would want me to pick something along the lines of Chicago or Moulin Rouge. She really likes both of those, and those are two that I actually kind of enjoy. Chicago has really good songs in it. The problem with that one is I detest, probably is the best word, Richard Gere.
What did he ever do to you?
He just doesn't seem like a fun guy to hang out with.
He doesn't.
He's got that hoity-toityness to him. Like, you look at your other, you know, like George Clooney. I bet that guy's pretty fun to hang out with.
I think he probably
like,
is.
Richard Gere, it's like, I don't
takes
want to
himself
sit
very
and
seriously, I
discuss
think.
wine years with you all night long. Like, I don't know. But what my musical then that I'm going to pick, getting off topic here, is a movie called Across the Universe. And it's kind of a different musical.
Yeah.
It's not your fun wackiness. It's
Shoo-bop,
well, that's
shoo-bop,
whack.
Yeah,
bippity-boop, bippity-boop. Chang, 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 chang. We should go on the road.
I got stereo. That's good. It's all about Beatles music, and it's a very time period piece. It's all covers of Beatles music. It's these kids, not really Romeo and Juliet story, but this poor kid from England and this well-to-do girl from America kind of fall in love. But it takes place around the Vietnam War, and very, very much in the time period.
And Beatles music throughout.
Exactly,
So
and it's all the
how
Beatles
could
songs
lose-
that you
I mean,
know and
that's great.
love,
Yeah.
and then they put like their own little twist on each
Cool.
one, and it's very fantastical. The scenery,
visual effects are insane.
Really?
In that movie.
Anybody wearing leather pants at all? Or?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, there's very good possibility and weird animal costumes and stuff. They went into the Beatles psychedelic phase for a
so
little
there's
bit.
probably leather
Yeah.
pants floating around.
And it became a very... interesting movie
Across
at that
the
point.
universe. Okay,
Across
I'm
the
gonna have to
universe.
put that down on
If
the
you're a Beatles fan, you should like it.
I love the Beatles.
I showed it to my mom one time, and she said it hit home a little too much. She said she didn't enjoy it because maybe it was too much
About Vietnam
within the
and-
time, period type of stuff. So I don't know, all the protesters and everything going on. So maybe too close to home for some people, but I thought it's excellent. You know, who doesn't like the Beatles?
We have the soundtrack, and my wife loves it.
I'm gonna have to get that one. I have another one.
Bring it on.
Time. All right. You know, the movie, there was a lot of flaws to it, but the music was so great. Mamma Mia, because I saw the show in Las Vegas several years ago. I went by myself because I was on a business trip, and there I am in the aisle by myself, dorky woman.
Thanks.
But I was having so much fun because I love ABBA. I love the music. Meryl Streep is phenomenal.
She's great.
She's great. She can
good.
play everything, and I think what was so fun about that is she's out there in these awful raggy overalls and dancing, and you could just tell as an actress, as a person, she was having the time of her life shooting that. And it's really fun because she often plays these very serious characters. On the other hand, the male lead in it, Pierce Brosnan, I mean, of course, he's very handsome, very debonair, but
He's James Bond.
He's James Bond.
He's James Bond, but he can't sing.
I can
It's
believe
almost
that.
painful, and I kept thinking, all those actors out there who were fabulous singers, and they have him, and he was okay, but it was just a super fun movie. And again, it's not brilliant, it's not going to win an Oscar, but sometimes you just need movies that are fun,
those
and
are usually
you
the
know
more
you can
fun ones.
get up
Yeah.
and sing and dance to. So
I get it. It's one that takes music from the real world and puts it in there, not like a Grease that kind of made its own song. So it's songs you already know going into it, and I think that makes a big difference when the first time you see it, you're like, oh, I love this one.
fun.
You got any more musicals that you want to toss out there that?
I don't know, we kind of brushed up on like Chicago. I do like that one. I don't have such a hatred for Richard Gere that you do. But, yeah.
Renee Zellweger was very good in that.
Yeah,
And so was Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
And John C. Reilly. I mean, come on.
He's
Yeah, back before he got into his Will Ferrell movies, he was
exactly.
kind of a dramatic actor. So.
Hairspray, that's another good one.
John Travolta again.
Yes, exactly.
I've seen part of the play. I've never seen the movie.
Oh, it's good. And you know what's fun about that is my kids can't picture that that's Danny Zuko.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit.
can-
Yeah,
I
I
can see
he
that.
plays a very heavy woman.
Very heavy
Yeah.
one. Yes.
It's fun. It's worth watching.
Is that one real songs, or is that all songs just for the? Because is it 50s doo-wop songs, or is it?
You know, I don't remember.
It's good music.
It is good
Yeah,
music, though.
okay.
Very good music.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm out of music.
I think I hogged it. I
You
couldn't-
know, that's why we didn't do a top five. I think we would have been pretty. Unless you count Disney movies, of course. You know, if you're throwing in Lion King.
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah,
Is favorite
yeah.
Disney movie.
Yes.
I expect to be invited back and talk about Bruce Willis and Die Hard.
Absolutely.
That would be-
We've got a marathon coming up. It's planned for this
I'll have
winter,
to-
actually.
You're gonna watch all of them?
Oh yeah.
There's
Die Hard
5 of
marathon.
them.
There's 4.
4.
Fifth one's in the making, though, probably.
Oh,
it sounds
yay.
Like. So, yeah.
Maybe Sarah Jessica Parker will be in it.
It's
Oh,
possible. She could play a villain of
Tom
some
Hanks.
sort.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'll fill in.
Well,
Hey, you guys are going to be on my blog, too.
we
should-
are
we
going to
should
be
say
on your
that.
blog. Before we forget, it is shesaystv.areavoices.com,
Yes,
correct?
yes. And we talked about chick flicks, the most watchable chick flicks, and these guys have very definite opinions about. They loved every single one of my picks. You're gonna, we were like 3 kindred spirits.
Yeah.
They all
Pretty
loved
much.
the chick
Pretty
flicks.
much.
You have to check it out.
Me and Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got our quote for you.
That's right.
Jared, did we have a winner last week?
Did Andrew Selders is on fire on Facebook. So.
I'd like to have a tally between him and Brad Kwame to
Yeah.
see who's won more over the history of our show, because I think that's going to be
Impressive.
pretty even.
But pretty.
You see the clip popping up behind us here. Let's take a look.
The blackness of my belt is like the inside of a coffin on a moonless night. That's pretty black, man.
That is Beverly Hills Ninja,
Chris Farley.
the immortal Chris Farley.
Well,
In spirit,
Yeah, he's not
obviously, because he's very dead. But classic. What did we? Oh, we reviewed a martial arts movie last week, It Man
Yeah,
2.
Ip Man 2.
So we had to pull the ninja theme in there, and that's why you get Beverly Hills Ninja. So we have a new quote for you this week. I think it's a tricky one. You
pretty
think it's
tricky,
gonna?
yeah.
I think it's tricky.
I don't-
This isn't the first bad thing to come out of Canada. Let's not forget Bryan Adams. So, that is from a musical-ish movie. A musical-ish movie.
Stumped me. So.
Yeah. So, look it up if you have to, but if you know the answer, Jared, where should they put their comments?
Moviesinthemancave.areavoices.com, Facebook.com/moviesinthemancave, Twitter.com/ Mancave Movies and youtube.com/Mancave Movie Review.
Wow, that's impressive.
He's the address guy.
That's really good.
Just comes off.
We've got 3 movies worthwhile talking about coming out this week.
I don't know about that.
Well, maybe. The first one I want to talk about is Haywire, starring some lady who was like a UFC fighter. I don't remember her name. But she was like a UFC fighter, and they're trying to turn her into an action star. Because they love guys all the time, so I figured let's try it for ladies. Yeah. What do you think?
Is that the one that looks like Born Identity with a girl?
With a girl, yeah.
Looks alright then, I guess.
I think it looks fun. The action scenes look really good. And Ewan McGregor? Ewan McGregor fan at all?
No.
Oh, really? I like Ewan McGregor.
What's he in, Star Wars or something?
Star Wars.
Well, that's not. If I was describing to a lady trying to make her a fan, that's not what I bring. He was in Moulin Rouge. He was the.
I didn't like Moulin Rouge.
Oh, he was the lead in that.
Okay.
I don't know. People like him.
I'm sure he's a nice person.
British.
He's got to be better than Richard Gere.
Absolutely. That stuck-up old son of a... All right. The next movie is Red Tails, which is about an African-American unit in World War II, the first pilot unit type of deal, and they go out and prove themselves.
I think that looks good. George Lucas.
It is a George Lucas film, so it's a...
He rarely does bad movies.
Lately,
back in the 2000s and 2000s.
He's been falling off, but this is a movie he's been trying to do for like 20 years, so I still consider it from his good period. I don't know. Have you seen any previews for it?
I saw him interviewed on The Daily Show.
Oh, okay.
And he was talking about how he's wanted to do this for so long, but the production companies didn't want to do it because they didn't think it was marketable.
Right.
They didn't see making money off of it, which is really kind of sad because it was all because it was an African-American cast, and they just thought there was no money in it. So I think it looks great, and I think it's going to be a good one of those movies. It's good role models for young African-American kids, I think especially. But I think it looks really good.
I think it looks cool because parents shoot at each other.
Terrence Howard
and Cuba Gooding Jr. I mean, these are recognizable names, so I'd go see it.
Should be good.
I'd go see it. And the last one is Underworld Awakening. This is what, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 8th movie in this series. I haven't seen a single one of them.
I haven't either, but the preview I saw made me kind of want to see them.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
To me, it looks like, what is it, Blade mixed with, I don't know, a werewolf movie. Because it's vampires and werewolves, and you should come see it with us.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're really excited.
That would be really fabulous. I was thinking a movie with lots of car chases.
Probably.
This is shooting, This is killing of werewolves and everything. So
big werewolves, drooling, killing people screaming.
And Kate Beckinsale.
There you go.
I like her. She seems like a nice woman.
She's probably a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just guns.
Sweetheart.
Yes.
With guns.
With guns.
Is that it?
I think so.
Is that it?
All right, yeah, that's good.
I think that's our episode for this week. Due to our field trip, I think we're going to skip a mini episode this weekend. So, but...
This took a lot out of you. You didn't
really drained driving all the way over here, and you made me carry the equipment upstairs even, so...
I asked, man.
Well, I'm glad you came out to the Forum Building.
Thank you so much for joining us on our blog, and thank you for having us on your blog. We look forward to seeing that.
That will be coming up again on She Says TV, the blog. I'm not sure quite when, but it's going to be good.
So check it out.
Not soon enough.
Not soon enough for all your fans from all over the world.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you next week. Except for her. She won't be here next week. Except for her. She won't be here next week.
I won't.
No.
I really want to, though.
Okay.
We should talk about Meg Ryan.
Oh,
she won't be here next week.
Beaches and Steel Magnolias.
Yes.